morning. It's not quite, it's before 6:30. Oh, every morning the sun keeps coming up earlier and earlier. And so every week or so I bump my alarm back up a little bit so I can get up and get out to feed these animals before they go crazy when the sun comes up. Okay, the first thing we do, or I do, since I'm the one doing this, is come fetch our chicken food. Good morning. It's 41 degrees. I checked the thermometer. It's not too bad. This is no longer enough sprouts for the chicken food, so we are going to be changing our system here pretty soon. Upgrading it, give us a little more sprouts, but we've got to build that system first. Keep the heater in there so that it's warm all night. Okay, let's go feed the hungry dinos. I hear them. They're awake, obviously. Okay. I can do this one-handed. Probably not. We have chickens in 2 spots currently. That's also going to change one of these days. So I have to take not quite half for the others. And then since chickens like to fight over who gets to eat first, split it up. Okay. I'm such a klutz. And since I don't know how to edit, that's going to stay in there. Maybe I'll figure that out. There's Spazzy, also soon to be known as Dinner, because he just starts attacking. He's kind of eyeballing me to the side there. So I don't want to turn my back on him. So usually he only has one thing on his mind first thing in the morning, which is all these lovely ladies over here. Okay, let's go feed the other chickens. They are all awake over here. This was originally our garden area for us last year. And then our chicks that we got in the fall were just not big enough, and we weren't ready to try and integrate them with the other flock so that they wouldn't get eaten. So we just turned this into a pen. And it took us a long time to get it really secure enough. And we lost 8 chicks to hawks in a month, which was really, really sad. The chicks were getting out, the hawk was finding a way in. But they're all big now. Okay, little boys and girls. Oh, there you go, come on. Woo. We have 5 roosters in this batch. We did have 6, and the breeder bought one of the roosters back because he was the coloring she wanted. But 5 with 11 girls is still too many. Once we join them with the others, then and get rid of Spazzy, then we will still have too many roosters. But but we'll have more girls together, one group, because 22 girls is a little bit more than Spazzy needs to himself. Anyway, so that's the chickens, and I topped off their water last night, so I don't have to deal with that this morning in the cold. This poor trailer was intended to get fixed up and use it as a place for guests to come stay with us when they come visit. And it's been turned into the barn. So we have empty feed bags, which are great for picking up garbage around the place. I have a box of squash there that I chop up one every day for the goats. Time to restock up on goat food today. And just miscellaneous stuff in here. We have 3 goats, as you probably saw from a previous video, if you watched that. And 2 of them are currently pregnant. I'm really hoping the other one, who is a Nubian, will come into heat again and we can catch her and get her bred this spring. So I finally got around to buying minerals for the goat. Well, we bought mineral blocks and they just kind of were a pain. The goats stomped on them and they dissolved. So I bought this bag of goat mineral powder. Well, the goats weren't too fond of vitamin powder, at least not right away. So I'm mixing up a little bit of oats with the powder and a little bit of molasses. And, well, yeah, then they eat it. No problem. So this gets fed to them on the milking stand. And go ahead and chop up one of these butternut squash and feed that to them this morning. Sometimes I don't bother with that in the morning. I will do that in the afternoon. But today's market day, and I'm going to be gone until about 3 o'clock, and I'm just wiped out after standing up for hours and talking to people. So I'm going to give them their extra stuff this morning. Okay. There's the goats. So we don't have a barn. Wish we did, but we don't. So this is what we have. And right now it's not a rainy season, so it's not really that big a deal to sit outside and milk. This summer, however, once the monsoons come, that's going to be a different story. So one of my goals is to have some sort of a shelter built for me as well as the goats. So I have 2 goats that are pregnant, like I said, Bumper and Buggy. Baby over there, she just thinks she's special and she needs to have what everyone else has. So I try to put about half in to start with. And I don't know, sticky fingers. You'll get yours eventually. Now the goats are getting trained, which is my goal. Having the stanchion built way before we have babies. I have to hide that one because they don't always come right up here to eat. When it's time to milk, I will have to put more in there, more grains or something that they will stand still for, so that I can actually have time to milk. But this is enough for now for training purposes. Okay, Buggy, out you go. Baby, you know. You should know. You're not supposed to come out. Woohoo! First time Buggy just hopped right up there. She's getting the hang of this. Good deal. Good job, girl. You're learning to like being up here. She's due soon. 11 days, a week and a half. So usually I brush. I've done a little bit of hoof trimming up here. And this goat really fights me. She doesn't like to be touched. She's one of those women, don't touch my pregnant belly. And that's all right. She can not like that. But she's going to have to get used to it, and I'm going to have to figure out how to keep her from doing the stomping thing, because she's going to be one of those goats that kicks the bucket Not figuratively, just literally. So, you see her udder's growing. She's actually getting a nice udder. She shouldn't like me touching her, obviously. I think hopefully once she gets used to a baby nursing, it'll be different. And she'll tolerate me milking her. Otherwise, we're going to have to take drastic measures. How is that? You got the stem piece. Yeah, I'm going to give up on that one. I think you just about cleaned out the oats there, girl. This baby, she has to see everything. Don't you? She just usually stands, well, she came over here, but she was standing there with her nose in the gate. Because she tries to get out every stinking time we open it. And she's just a brat about it. She's getting bigger too. She just had her birthday 2 days ago. 1 year old. Happy birthday, baby. The Bumper just standing there so sweetly. I love her. First, she was the bad one. She was just really ornery. But she's really calmed down. Yeah. Good girl. Pregnancy's just calmed her down. That and the fact that the other two bullied her out of the food dish. Okay, I'm going to unlatch you so you can pop your head out there. Good job. Okay, let's go back in. When I was first doing this training session, I was having to put leashes on the goats and drag them over here because they wanted to wander around everywhere. But they're starting to figure out the routine now. And the routine is apparently for baby to get shoved back in every time. And, come on, Bumper. You know what you're supposed to do. Come on. Bumper, come on. Well, I guess there's nothing special up there yet, so that's not the part she's looking for. She wants this stuff. Look, it's up here. I usually try to save just a little bit. That's not as much as I usually do. So that baby can have a little bit of the good stuff too. Yeah. You gonna eat it? You gonna eat it? You think about it? She's a good girl. I can pet her. She still doesn't like her hoofs being trimmed. But I usually sit down here. Usually face the other way, but I usually get a chance to feel a baby move, which is always exciting. I wonder what goats think about that. Because, you know, goats don't understand that their little date with the boy resulted in this. They don't know that. They don't know what's going on inside. Oh, there it is. Wiggling around in there. So what do they think? This must be why Danielle's goat fainted after it gave birth because it couldn't believe what had just happened. If you haven't read that story, you need to go to Weedham and Reap and look for Funny Birth Story, and it is just hilarious. She's not due till April, so her bag is starting, but it's not anywhere near the same as Buggy's. Good girl.